The Fresh Breath Sensation.
Welcome back. We're here again with our family of the week, the Gibneys. And before the break, we warned you that we're on a mission to relieve the lovely Roy of as much money as we possibly can.
Yes.
Because he's a lottery winner.
Yes.
Right, so we're going to start right now, and to tempt you, we have a variety of desirable goods, namely grandfather clocks, or at the moment we have. So the lovely Robert here is going to tell us about this little number.
Right. 1740s, there's the maker on the dial, Tucker of London, a painted lacquer case, very rare calendar in the arch.
Why
Very
is
handsome clock. Most only have days of the week, this has got days of the month as well. 2 dials. Quite a rare feature.
Right. Yes, you haven't revealed how much that's worth.
Certainly.
So let's move on to this middle one. You might fancy something a tad shorter, Roy. And here's your boy.
Grandmother clock, I think, isn't it?
Steady. So what about this one?
This is mahogany, book-matched veneers, much smaller, late Victorian. The maker hasn't signed it, but it strikes on a big coil gong. The other two have bells. This one has a gong strike. You can hear it further away. Very neatly proportioned. Can go in any size of house. That's
Thanks
the
very much.
advantage.
And let's move on to clock number 3.
Now this is late 18th century, 1790s, with a painted dial and the female figures in the corners showing the 4 seasons. There's the maker, Kenware Bridport, calendar there, very pretty clock, with nice little Corinthian capitals to the pillars.
Which one would you go for, Robert?
This one.
Roy, can
Myself,
we tempt
I
you?
would, I think that one looks the better one myself.
Class.
What's the,
Oh, are you?
All this money.
it's the size, isn't it? It's the swell.
Is it the size, or is it the fact that it's got the lacquer work on it, the
I agree
oriental
with Roy.
lacquer
I
work?
agree with Roy. I agree with Roy.
Looks much better, that one.
Are you going to buy it?
Well, that depends. We'll see on the price and...
No.
Can I get it in the
I
house?
think, Roy, you're missing
Can
the
I get it
point,
in the
buddy.
house?
Are you going to buy that, or aren't you?
Give me your clock.
I don't know.
Nice.
There's a possibility. There's a possibility I could buy that one. Yeah, because I like that one better than...
I think you might be sitting on the fence there.
Go on, Roy. Go on, get a clock.
What's the price though? You know,
Can I show him the price?
oh, you have a little look on this
The
one.
price of this clock is £8,000.
Is that worth 8,200?
It certainly is,
Yeah.
oh yes.
Is it
without
an
doubt.
investment sort of thing?
Yes, it is.
You reckon?
Yes. But buy it if you like it. That's the real reason.
That's it. Only buy it if you like
Buy
it.
it if you like it.
I wouldn't pay for these. And what would these cost like?
They're
What the price of these?
I don't know that we should show you
Well-
the price of those.
Well, I wouldn't buy them no matter what price it was, because I think that one looks better, actually.
I think
You're
that's the
actually quite
nicest one.
tempted by that.
I do.
It's a lovely
I think
colour.
that's a beauty.
The only problem I've got
I
there
agree
is
with Roy.
I'm not sure if it'll fit in the house.
And I'm going to keep on agreeing with Roy.
Will it?
Okay, while you make your mind up about that, we've got some other goods to tempt you. And next up, we've got a very kitsch designer cat collar to tempt you with. And this beautiful cat collar has been designed by Nicole Fari and is the last word in kitten chic.
Yes, Roy, this stunning creation is made from the softest yellow suede. It's encrusted with tiny amethyst beads, offset by purple and green stones. It is being sold at Sotheby's tomorrow. We're giving you the chance to bid for it now. Not only will you get the collar, you'll also get an invite to the Cat BAFTAs thrown in. Wow. The estimate on this must-have item is a mere £1,000.
£1,000 for a cat collar.
I hate cats.
Really? Well, why not take it anyway? For one of the girls. Right, well, let's move on, because next we know that you're very, very fond of cars and you love your car, and well, you just basically love your car. Now, we have something that we think will tempt you to dig your hand very deep into your pocket. Here is...
It's amazing what rubbish is about. Sorry.
This is a Ferrari S355. And there's a lot of interesting points about this, but our live voiceover will tell you.
Yeah, Johnny owns it and he's trying to sell me.
Made by Asprey and Garrard, this beautiful car is mounted on a section of original skid board taken from Michael Schumacher. His car, which he drove in the Monaco Grand Prix in 1996. This is the ultimate must-have for the car fanatic. It can be yours for a mere £17,500.
It's a bargain.
Joking.
17.5 yards.
Does it go?
Yeah, apparently, like a train. That is the skid board there. Well, I mean, I don't know. Are you up for something like that? It's even got a little Ferrari logo at the front.
Well, I might have bought it if it was a
It
Lexus.
seems wonderfully pointless.
You stop plugging then. So, actually, you're not interested in that?
Not in that, no. It's I just don't like it. It don't look...
It's wonderfully
I'm so
pointless.
glad you said that.
It is.
Right then, finally, our search has also shown you to be a very keen golfer. Would you please walk this way?
Wow. What's it going to be?
Right, you've just seen the Ferrari, but can the Rolls Royce of golf carts tempt you to part with your wedge? Have a look at this.
There's a possibility
This
here for me
top-of-the-range
back
club card
Right,
is
let's
used
get
by
on the
both
back of this.
European and American Ryder Cup teams. It has the tightest turning circle of any golf cart, and its solid-state speed controller gives exceptionally smooth acceleration. It's got a self-adjusting rack and pinion steering and boasts the quietest drive in the industry. You could be the envy of the golf club, although you probably already are, if you choose to drive away in this beauty. It's yours for just £5,860.
So it's just coming under at £6,000, this.
That's not
This
so
is
bad.
very, very nice, actually.
It's cool
isn't
too.
it?
I think it'd suit my mother for my back garden. There's like 20 acres there. She can just drive around, can't she?
And
She'd be happy
so,
then.
would you be tempted by this?
Could be possibly. I'll ask my mother if she'd like this.
Frida, do you like it? Do you? I know I do. Well, we need to work out how much money you've spent this morning, but it's all ifs and maybes. You've not actually said anything. So why don't we take a break while we force Roy to spend some of his money in the
Empty me-
garden now?
Empty me bag.
I think a 4-iron might just make him change his mind.
The Sizzlers Herditson will have a mystery new girl. They started with 4, of course, till Louise did a runner. And then there were 3. Then Kelly Bryan went solo, and then there were only 2. But sisters Vernie and Esther have now recruited new girl TJ, and they're already down to business recording in America. John Travolta's being given the first chance to buy the Oscar that James Cagney won for Yankee Doodle Dandy in 1942. Jimmy would have been 100 years old on Saturday. Travolta's a long-time admirer, but the Sizzlers heard their starting price is around $600,000. Another big fan is our Ken. Wonder if he could afford that. You might love him, but this fella hasn't been in the top 10 for 17 years. In fact, he's never had a #1 single. The closest he got was Oliver's Army in the early 80s. But the Sizzlers heard he could be heading for the top with She this weekend. The only obstacle on the horizon is Ricky Martin's crazy live tune.
I've got to ask you, do you know, there's one obvious question that hasn't cropped up this week, and it seems such an obvious thing, doesn't it, to us, Lily?
Well, it does.
This man here has won $7.5 million on the lottery. Yeah? Just tell us, what was it like when you
What?
when the numbers came in? You're watching the show. What happened?
I only actually saw the last numbers come in, actually.
Okay,
I
so tell
walked
us through
into
the whole night. You went down. Where'd you buy the ticket?
in Oswald Street.
In Oswald
in
Street.
Woolworths.
Okay.
And I was contracting in digs, you know, £10 a night and bed and breakfast. And
What
all
did
of
you
a
do
sudden,
before?
I was
What did you do-
watching,
what
I was
were
a
you-
sheet metal worker.
You're a sheet metal worker?
Yeah.
Were
And,
times tough?
Sometimes,
Right,
yeah,
okay.
and sometimes was good, sometimes was bad. So I was watching, unfortunately, West Germany in the World Cup.
West Germany, that's old school.
Well, 2 World Wars and 1 World Cup.
Yeah, go on, you're preaching to the converted here. Keep it up, mate, go on.
A bit like France, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
No worse. They'd be okay if we call Agincourt a draw.
Yeah.
We're not going to, are we?
Easy, Roy.
And no, I was in putting a Cornish pasty in the microwave. Yeah, it's all I had on is a towel. And my brother and my friend was in the other room, and he shouts out, "Have you got 13 and 12, Roy?" And he says, "Yeah," you know. And then he shouted out, "You got number 23?" And I goes, "Yes, that's great. I've won £100 because I do 6 from 8 numbers, guaranteed. If you get 3 numbers, you're guaranteed £100. Then he shouts me another number, 33, and I goes, "George, sod off, you know. So do you know my number?
You swore, but you can do it.
Yeah,
Just to say, he is quoting from himself.
And then he shouts to me, have you got number 21, Roy? And I go, George, you know, leave it alone. You know my numbers. Yeah.
Did he know what numbers you had? But he's
Well, he did
asking.
actually, yeah.
Yeah.
So and I thought he was winding me up.
Yeah.
You know? So I goes into it. He says, Roy, come on.
Kev,
come
you
on.
don't swear here, Roy.
No, I won't.
Because I would have done.
So and I've got my Cornish pasty in this hand. Give me that last number, and 36 just went bang, and I just turned round and smashed the door. It's going mad, like, you know. Great, unbelievable. But then you've got like 2 hours then, haven't you? Before how many winners is there? I mean, is there 130 winners or is there? You know,
Yeah, right.
many
How much have you got to share, you money? No, and this is what I say. As soon as you win money, isn't it? It's not the first reaction. He's won the lottery. It's not the first reaction is not brilliant. I want a load of money. Oh, God, I hope there's no one else won it. It's a classic, isn't
Listen,
it?
while we're pondering whether Roy actually ate that Cornish pasty.
Yeah, right. That's what I got more distracted about. Can we just ask him? After the break, Roy will tell us if he ate the pasty or not.
Take a break.
Back in a couple of seconds. Don't go away.